Latvia has banned a Russian TV channel's programs from being broadcast in the Baltic country after the country's media regulator decided that Rossiya RTR's coverage of the crisis in Ukraine was biased. Latvia's media watchdog called the programming coming from Rossiya RTR war propaganda that justified military aggression against a sovereign state.
What worries us the most is the direct way this war propaganda is delivered against Ukraine and its allies, and they are all named, and we are among them.
Latvia is understandably worried about Russia and its propaganda. 25% of Latvians are ethnically Russian, and the language that is used most often in the country is Russian. President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, has repeatedly stated his right to send troops into Ukraine in order to protect the rights of Russian speakers. Latvians could be thinking, is their country next to receive the protection of Putin? Also adding fuel to the Russian propaganda fire has been Russia Today, a television station funded by the Kremlin, which has anchors spread across the globe. RT reported that in the lead-up to the referendum on Crimea, thousands of Ukrainians were fleeing to live in Russia, a statement that was untrue. Unhappy with RT's coverage, one of its hosts quit on air.
I cannot be part of a network funded by the Russian government that whitewashes the actions of Putin. I'm proud to be an American and believe in disseminating the truth, and that is why, after this newscast, I'm resigning.
One of the TV channels that has been at the forefront of spreading Russian propaganda is Rossiya 1, along with its prominent host, Dmitry Kiselov. Often called Russia's chief spin doctor, Kiselov is known for his elaborate diatribes against the West. He recently criticized the US for its attempt to boycott Russia, and then went on to warn that Russia is the only country in the world that can turn the United States into radioactive ashes. Kiselov is now in hot water with Russia's Jewish community after other remarks he made have been labeled anti-Semitic. On Russian state TV channel Rossiya 24, a host suggested that Jews brought the Holocaust on themselves. Since Russia invaded Crimea, Russian state TV has continually broadcast and at times even supported Putin's justification for annexing the peninsula from Ukraine, namely that Russia needs to protect Russians from the new Ukrainian government of fascists and anti-Semites. The deputy editor of liberal Russian radio station Echo Moskvy says that Russian media is using tactics that even the Stalin regime would have never dreamed of. The statistics are staggering. Opinion polls suggest that the majority of Russians believe what they're watching on Russian state TV. And that's a victory for the Kremlin that could further embolden Vladimir Putin.